That brings us into Cleveland, where the Cavaliers were hosting the Memphis Grizzlies, a team that had 8 players available. 8! You wouldn't recognize the guys who were out there starting. In fact, I bet the majority of people listening to the show have never heard of JaMychal Green. He's a rookie out of Alabama. JaMychal Green, Tony Allen returning, Mario Chalmers. Why were all these guys starting? Well, because 4 of the regular starters for the Grizzlies were unavailable, weren't even with the team. Slam dunk for Cleveland, right? Nerd alert! This is going to be easy for Cleveland, right? Because those starters account for 43 points for the Grizzlies. 43 points per game with the guys who were missing. Memphis has lost more manpower and playing time to injury and illness than any other playoff team. But you wouldn't have known by the way they stepped on the court in Cleveland and took it to the Cavs. 25 turnovers by the Cavaliers. Tony Allen with a season-high 26 points. He's a defensive guy, but he's the one who was leading the way. Lance Stevenson was all over the place. I saw a quote from LeBron James in which he said, I had a funny feeling in my stomach. I got really uneasy when I realized how few of the Memphis Grizzlies were actually available to play in this game.
I went over everything with the expectation of those guys being aligned up this morning, and we get here before the game and find out that no one is, pretty much that we kind of went over play. But as professionals, you got to respect. We're all in this league for a reason, and we didn't respect them tonight, and they beat us.
We didn't respect them tonight, and they beat us. Whew. Does that sound like a team that's ready to go into the postseason? By the way, the Raptors were cheering for the Grizzlies because the Raptors are creeping ever closer to the Cavs atop that Eastern Conference. It's the grindhouse right now in the NBA. I get it. I understand it. You're not close enough to really get excited about the postseason yet. You still got roughly 6 weeks to go, 5 weeks, 6 weeks to go. But injuries pile up and mentally, physically, you've kind of hit the wall. It's a grindhouse. But this is that point that you gotta forge through. And the Cavaliers, according to LeBron, were careless and didn't take their opponent seriously. It's After Hours with Amy Lawrence on CBS Sports Radio.